Well, both the Labour Party and the Liberal Democrats have refused to put up candidates in Haltemprice and Howden, but David Davis will not be alone. He is up against 25 other candidates, including Jill Saward. In 1986, she was the victim of what became known as the Ealing Vicarage rape. It was Mr Davis's opposition to a DNA database and the use of CCTV cameras that prompted her to put her name up for election. She joins us now from her home in Staffordshire. Thanks for joining us on Afternoon Live, Ms Saward. You're not a politician. Why have you actually decided to stand against David Davis?
I think it's very important to make the stand. What David Davis is talking about generally is affecting very, very few people. And what I want to talk about is the people who are being affected day in, day out by crime, particularly violent crime, and amongst those particularly women involved in violent crime, or women being the victims of violent crime through sexual violence and domestic violence.
Is it the right forum, though, for that?
Well, I believe it is the right forum. I think David Davis has created this opportunity in a sense, and what I need to say, or what I want to say, is that, you know, real people have these crimes facing them on a day in, day out basis, and we need to challenge them and tackle those. Not, that's not to ignore the minutiae of people who will be affected by the things that David Davis is talking about, but these are real people who are affected day in, day out, and we need to make a stand for them.
What support have you received so far?
Well, because I haven't long launched the campaign, I'm kind of getting emails and phone calls in at the moment from lots of different people. But at the moment it's about getting the message across to people that I am standing. So that's filtering out, and more support's coming in all the time.
Funding's important though, isn't it?
Funding is important, yes. If anybody wants to fund me, that would be very helpful.
I'm not giving you that as an opportunity to appeal for funding, but but well done to seize the moment. What are you actually hoping to achieve then if you're elected? Let's get off that one.
What I'm hoping to achieve is being there and challenging the government and meeting the needs of the local people and the issues that are important to them. But hopefully, and I think evidence would show that because so many people are affected by violence, that people will feel very strongly about it.
You're one of, what, 25 candidates, I think, in total. Do you think that you have any chance of winning?
I think if I didn't want to, if there wasn't any chance of winning, there wouldn't be any point me standing in the first place. I think that this is an important issue, an issue that people feel very strongly about, I think that there is a good chance. Yes.
You have strong views about David Davis and his opposition, rather, to a DNA database.
Well, I do have strong views because I think it's important that we solve as many crimes as we can and we give the police opportunities to be able to do that. I hear what David Davis is saying about people who've committed crimes in the past, and yes, it would be important to have people who've committed crimes in the past, but we have to accept as well that British justice says that once you've paid the price for your crime, you are no longer a criminal. Now, you can debate that yourself, but what I'm saying is the more people that are on the database, the more chance we have of proving people guilty.
His view
if they
is
are guilty and not guilty if they're not.
Yeah. Now his view is that obviously you'd accept that he is a committed politician. He feels that this is a one-vote issue. He's risked his future on this one vote, and I suppose some detractors may say it's inappropriate for others to come forward with different issues.
Well, it may be inappropriate for other people to come forward with different issues, but I think what's shown is quite clearly that people have a lot of issues that they feel are very important to stand on, hence the very high number of people standing.
Jill Saward, thank you very much indeed for joining us. Appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. Just for clarification, I wasn't suggesting that you sent any funds to support Ms Saward. She was just making the point, OK? So there. There are 25 other candidates standing against David Davis in the by-election. You can see a full list on our website, sky.com/news.